The history of opposites that defines modern rivalries in various spheres of life, such as the case of high versus low. That does not differ to the case of Messi versus Ronaldo that involves football, Michael Jordan versus Kobe Bryant in basketball, Barcelona versus Madrid teams football, Adidas versus Nike in business. It is almost inevitable that Messi will end up with Adidas, but here is a surprising fact. For a short period, Nike had Messi and Ronaldo in its squad. But Nike lost the opportunity to keep Lionel Messi as a sponsored athlete due to a combination of factors that involve contract management, competitive offers, and strategic interests of other sponsors, especially Adidas. Today, it's odd to think of Messi in Nike gear, but his first big TV commercial was actually for Nike. The famous line, "Remember my name," was from that ad.
Recuerda mi nombre, Leo Messi.
His name would go on to be iconic, but never again tied to Nike. Soon after this commercial, Messi signed with Adidas, marking a crucial moment that shaped an entire era in football. This ensured that the football market share between Adidas and Nike stayed competitive. The then CEO of Adidas, Herbert Hainer, even referred to Messi's signing as the biggest win in Adidas' call to investors, emphasizing the influence a single athlete can have on a company's success, or even on an entire industry. So, what went wrong for Nike? How did they lose Messi? One of the craziest things in sports history is that Nike was in the running for both Ronaldo and Messi. At the time, Adidas was the dominant force in football, and Nike wasn't taken seriously. In the early 90s, Nike didn't know much about football, but they were experts at selling shoes. Nike signed some of the best teams and players and produced groundbreaking ads. One ad, for instance, was the most expensive in Nike's history at the time. It was innovative, not just because of its big production, but because it featured a team of superstars, a concept that hadn't been done before. The reaction from traditional football circles was intense. FIFA criticized the ad, and some Danish cinemas even banned it. But this ad put Nike on the football map. A few months later, Nike signed a deal with the Brazilian national team, and football was never the same. Next came to more important deals, Barcelona and Portugal. That's how Nike discovered a young boy from Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo, who would never wear Adidas again. Ronaldo signed with Nike in 2003. Ronaldo is now one of the few athletes with a lifetime contract with Nike, along with Michael Jordan and LeBron James. When Ronaldo joined Nike, Messi was already part of their roster. Messi had moved from Rosario to Barcelona as a teenager, and Barcelona was Nike's turf. But 3 years later, Messi wasn't with Nike anymore. So, what happened? While Nike never officially released a statement, some insiders have shared their perspectives. Our main source is a book whose authors interviewed former Nike and Adidas executives, as well as Messi's and Ronaldo's coaches and teammates. Signing the right athlete can make you a hero, but losing them is another story. A similar story exists in basketball regarding who signed Michael Jordan for Nike, with reversed roles.
In the beginning, it could have been Adidas, not Nike.
Yeah.
Tell me how that went down. What was going on in your head?
Phil Knight, Nike's founder, once said, "Success is many parents, but failure is an orphan." This sentiment rings true in both Jordan's and Messi's cases. Messi's father, who also acts as his agent, initially thought it made sense for his son to wear Nike like the rest of the Barcelona team. However, when Messi turned 18 and was already recognized as the next big thing, Nike had a campaign in the works for his debut in the 2006 World Cup. But before the tournament even started, Nike found out Messi had signed with Adidas. There are 3 possible reasons Nike lost Messi. The first is the simplest: money. Adidas was willing to spend more, and Nike didn't want to get into a bidding war over an 18-year-old. The second reason seems almost trivial. According to the book, Messi's father asked for more gear, but neither Nike Spain nor Nike South America responded. To Messi's father, this lack of communication showed that Nike didn't care enough. Imagine losing one of the greatest players in history over a pair of shoes. It sounds too dramatic, almost like one of those stories that's exaggerated over time. But the third reason is more verifiable and equally surprising. When Adidas announced their partnership with Messi, Nike tried to stop it. They claimed Messi was still under contract with them and even took the matter to court. The problem: there was no official contract, just a letter of intent. The Spanish court ruled in favor of Messi, and from then on, he was an Adidas player. The truth likely lies somewhere in between, a combination of money, broken relationships, and legal missteps. Of the three, the last one stands out the most. You can make mistakes when valuing an asset, and some partnerships just don't work out. But losing because of poor legal handling is noteworthy. This decision shifted the Ronaldo-Messi rivalry on the field into a commercial battle off it. Today, many still debate who is the GOAT, but back then, brands were more focused on marketability. Some believed that Messi's introverted personality would make him harder to sell than Ronaldo's. That debate continues today, but Messi has thrived under his Adidas deal. According to Forbes, he was the highest paid athlete in the world in 2022, and Cristiano Ronaldo is now the highest paid athlete than Messi.